истинный в огне. Кто читает свои сны, поклоняюсь темноте.
Nuketown used to be a normal town where people lived. They lived out their regular daily lives. But what the people didn't know was that their town would soon become a testing ground for a nuclear bomb. It started out as a normal day for Michael. He woke up, got ready for school, ate breakfast, and left for school. The school day was normal. Boring classes, boring work. But when Michael was in his final class nearing the end of the day, he looked out the window and saw something weird. He saw soldiers and military vehicles and men in black suits all across the street. He wondered what was going on. Was there a disaster of some sort that he didn't know about? He decided to just forget about it and focus on his last class of the day. After his final class had ended, he got on the school bus and went home. When he got to his house, Michael went inside, dropped his backpack, and started watching TV. After about a couple of hours, his little sister came home from school, and his parents came home from work. After a few more hours had passed, his parents were cooking dinner, and him and his little sister were watching TV. But while Michael and his family were going on with their normal daily lives, the government had entered his town for their own purpose. The government was going to use Michael's town as a testing ground for a new type of nuclear bomb to see the destructive capabilities it possessed. The military and the government had finished what they needed to do in Michael's town and set everything up for what was about to occur. Michael and his family were eating dinner and watching one of their favorite shows. And at that moment, without Michael or his family, or anyone else in the town for that matter, the government launched the nuke. As the nuke launched, there was no disaster warning to let the people escape. The nuke landed in the middle of the town and exploded. A massive explosion occurred, destroying nearly all of the town while spreading fire, dust, and radiation. Nobody in the town even saw it coming. They were going through with their daily lives, and in the blink of an eye, they were all wiped out. They were all wiped out except for one. And that was Michael. He was eating dinner, and when the nuke went off, it exploded, and he saw a fiery explosion go off everywhere around him, and he saw his family disappear into dust. But he didn't die. He survived. After the nuke went off, he looked around in horror to see that everything around him, his house, his family, his town, was gone. He looked at his hand and he saw what looked like pure energy, and he blasted energy from his hands. He blinked and he was teleported to another location in his destroyed town. He was in shock by this. His family was just eradicated, but he survived with powers. He wondered what else he could do. He jumped up and he flew. He landed back on the ground and picked up what was left of a car, and he knew he had super strength. He tested to see what other abilities he had. In total, Michael had super strength, flight, energy projection, teleportation, invulnerability, and that was only scratching the surface. And this was all thanks to the nuke. Michael had nothing left now, except pure hatred and revenge for whoever did this. He remembered earlier that he saw the military and what looked like government personnel, and he knew who did this. It was the government. And now he knew what he was going to do. With his newfound abilities, Michael would kill everyone in the government and military who was responsible for his family's deaths and his town's destruction. The government thought that no one survived, and with the town destroyed, they covered the whole thing up, making everyone in the United States believe that the town destroyed had no one living in it, and that it was just a testing facility for the government to use. And so they covered it all up. But what no one knew was that a newfound God was coming to exterminate them all.